I've been thinking a lot lately. I really suck when it comes to time management and discipline. So one of my main problems that I'm currently having, that I've been having for quite a while actually, is that I just suck when it comes to time management. Like, bad. Like, I will have my whole week sorta, kinda planned, but when I actually start the week, I suffer from like this loop that I always put myself in. So I start off pretty good, I'll wake up early, like 5:30 or 6, depending on, I don't know, I guess the day of the week. And then I'll let the dogs out. I will, start some coffee, make sure that my wife's taken care of as far as anything that she may need to get her day started. And I do great. I'll even throw in a little laundry. I'll do some dishes if I have to, I start my mornings off great. And then I go to work. And work, work's kind of, I don't want to say boring, it's slow right now. So I don't do a whole lot at work. There are some times where I'll be busy at work. Even when I'm not busy at work, like what I've noticed I do is the second it's time for me to clock out and come home, when I get through that door, that one over there, when I get through that door, I do one of two things. One, I will either start back on doing like little housekeeping stuff, nothing too crazy, or I will sit down, turn on the TV, and just binge watch whatever is on, which is not a good thing. I've stopped playing games as much as I used to because I wanted to be productive, but I ended up replacing that with TV. Don't get me wrong, there are some days where I am a lot more productive than others, but the problem that I'm having is that I would much rather come home and do nothing because I'm tired, and I end up wasting my time, which sucks. Whoa, there we go. 2 years ago when I first wanted to get into vlogging and, like YouTube stuff, I actually had a really good rhythm. I was posting pretty frequently, but that's because that's something that I like doing, and I still love doing, but I lack that discipline and I lack that time management, which has been my problem in the past, but I feel like now it's even more so. I could say I got super busy with photography, but that's a lie. Like, yes, I've been busy with photography, but I've been busy before in the past, and I've managed to combine both YouTube and photography together. So I can't use that as an excuse. So why do I suck so bad at this? Like, I shouldn't. Conceptually, I know how to create a video. Conceptually, is that even a word? You ever say a word and you're not really too sure if it's a word, you just say it to sound smart? Yeah, that's me. I watch so many videos that, let's face it, unless you're trying to do something like super cinematic, you really don't need to go down that rabbit hole that I went down, just so that way I can feel motivated, I guess. I don't know. Either way, motivation is pointless if you lack the discipline to get up off of your ass and actually record something. That has always been my struggle when it comes to YouTube. It's the discipline, it's the time management part. It's the discipline to have better time management. That's what it is. Anybody can work hard and do whatever the hell they want, but if they don't have motivation to do it, or if they don't really have their heart 100% into it, then they're not going to do it. And that's the thing. I have always thought that I have the heart for YouTube, like, this is something that I really want to do, this is something that I really want to be, but I just don't do it because apparently my heart is not into it as much as I thought it was. You know what it is? I need to put as much effort as I do into my videos as I do for, my pictures. If you follow me on Instagram, right now I just broke 700 followers on my main portrait photography page, Rockabilly Buddha Studios, which is freaking awesome, and that's because that's literally what I've been putting my time and effort in. But that's because Instagram's easy. Literally, you just post a couple of pictures, like 1 or 2 times a week, and you interact with a lot of people. And even when it comes to editing, like, I have a process with editing my pictures that literally takes no time at all. So I'm able to put in the time and energy into Instagram because I know that I can literally do that in my sleep. YouTube, I just have this mental block of like, oh, it's gonna take too much time, oh, your videos suck, oh, it doesn't really matter what you post on there anyways, they're all not gonna get viewed. Or I just start getting inside of my mind and coming up with stupid shit. The very, very first thing that I really need to do is I need to get more comfortable in front of the camera, because that was something that I struggled with a lot last year, but I was pretty decent with it the year before, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but hey, whatever. Maybe it's something that you lose if you don't use. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I need to rebuild my confidence in front of the camera because it's not something that I'm used to. I'm much more behind the camera type of guy. I guess that's why it's so easy for me to make my cinematic videos or my model portfolio videos, because I am behind the camera. But for me to be a successful YouTube creator, I have to be in front of the camera. So, what does that mean as far as what I'm gonna do to keep motivating myself? Like, what should I do in order for me to finish and create these videos? I don't know. Oh yeah, that's another problem that I have. Not a new problem. I'll start a video, I'll think it's great, and then at the end of the day, I'm like, holy shit, that sucked. So I ended up just deleting it all before I even uploaded it to my computer. Upload, download. Before I transfer it to my computer. So what am I going to do to stop that? What am I going to do to manage my time better? To just go through with creating? I have a couple of ideas, but I don't want to say what those ideas are because I want to see if they actually work. One thing that I've noticed, just based on my, the patterns of my history and whatnot when it comes to this, is that I say I'm going to do something and I never go through with it. It's like, I'll start something like daily vlogging or just tutorials or stuff like that, and I'll start it and it's going great, but then I start feeling this pressure like I have to keep going, like I have to constantly do those things, and it's because of that pressure that I end up ultimately sacrificing my quality just because I feel like I have to put content out there because I have to do this thing because I want to be this person with this lifestyle, and that's not what it should be. And you should never sacrifice quality. Like, bottom line, I know that. I know you should never sacrifice quality, but I do it and I end up hating the video. Don't do that. If you're not liking the video or the content that you are creating, then obviously you need to change it. I know that. I just need to keep that in mind. We'll see if this works out. I'm hoping it does. I guess stay tuned to find out. Look, I'm excited. I have things that I want to do, and we'll see if this method of keeping myself motivated and disciplined pays off. I hope it does, but we won't know until I do it. And that's the thing. I have to do it, no matter what. Well, thanks for the talk. I need to go to work. So, like always, love, peace, and hair grease. Stay greasy, everybody.